This is the most important skill you have to practice. So set up 2 cones or 2 rocks or whatever else, find some clean pavement, go 25 miles per hour. Only when your front tire gets to the first, whatever you put down on the ground, try to stop as quickly and as effectively as possible, right? The goal is 25 miles per hour, 20 feet or less. If you could do that 100 times in a row, awesome. If you do it once out of 10, not awesome, right? Consistency is key. Anybody could do anything once. Forrest Gump could get a Medal of Honor 1 time. Probably couldn't do that 10 times in a row though. You see what I'm saying? So consistently, 20 feet apart, 25 miles per hour, you should be able to stop 20 feet or less over and over and over again. Handlebars straight, eyes straight without skidding the tires. That's the goal, right? So the technique is smooth, increasing pressure on the front brake. So this is the suspension, right? So you got the part right here, you got like the chrome part, and this goes over top of that, right? That's how it goes over. So once you get on the brake, once you touch the brakes, the suspension collapses and everything goes down, down, down. You see that? All the weight goes forward. Then once this happens, then all the weight can smash the front tire hard into the ground, making the contact patch bigger, providing more traction, all that grip. That's why the front brake is so damn important. No matter what bike you ride, the front brake has majority of the power. So what do you think the number one thing to focus is when you're trying to stop as fast as you can? All about the front brake. How many fingers you use doesn't matter. On my BMW 1200 GS, I could do stoppies with 2 fingers. On the R6 that I'm borrowing right now, stoppies with 2 fingers. On my track bike 300, got steel braided brake lines, stoppies with 2 fingers. However, some bikes, 2 fingers isn't enough because maybe the brakes aren't as good. Maybe you need all 4 fingers. Either way, however many fingers you use, try different combinations. Now this is very common. Say this is the brake lever, right? People have their levers so damn close and they use 2 fingers, which is fine. But because the lever is so close, the lever starts to hit their other fingers before they get to 100% braking power. So what you need to do is either add more fingers or move the lever further away from you. You got to be able to get to 100% braking power, right? That's the goal. So this is the front brake. This is the focus. This is the most important damn thing, all about the front brake. Why would you go fast if you can't stop fast, right? So let's talk about the rear. So with the rear brake is literally the exact opposite. With the front brake, smooth, increase in pressure, the suspension collapses, everything goes forward, the weight goes forward, your bike goes forward, smashing that front tire into the ground, a whole lot of grip. But the rear end of the bike is doing the opposite. As you get more and more on the front brake, the rear suspension extends and the weight goes forward. That's why the technique for the rear brake, you start off with a little bit of pressure, but then you ease off the rear brake. It doesn't matter if you have ABS or not. This is the most important thing, the technique. Because what if the ABS fails? What if you buy a bike that doesn't have ABS? ABS does not mean anti-crash. ABS does not mean anti-flip over the handlebars if you do something really stupid, right? I could do stoppies on my bike with ABS traction control on 100%, right? So the technique is what matters. If I turned off everything, I'm going to be able to stop the exact same damn way. Technique is what matters, not technology. It's good to have as a safety blanket. Sure, maybe you go off-road or something like that. You're in the dirt or wet grass or I don't know what the hell. But it does not make a damn bit of difference how much technology is on your bike if you don't know what you're doing. And that's the problem. Motorcycles, their technology is getting crazy, but rider skill, not so much. So this is the skill I'm talking about. Front brake, smooth increasing pressure on the front. Rear brake, you start off with a little bit and you go lighter, 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 lighter. If you have any type of upright bike or sport bike, you should be doing a little stoppie at the very end of the stop. Now, if you get on it way too hard, way too quickly, and your tires have good traction and a nice and clean pavement, if you get on it too quickly, you can make the rear end come up too fast, too hard, and you might be able to go flying. However, at the very, very end of the stop, when you get all the way to 100% brake power, boop, little bit of stoppie at the very end, no problem, right? Or if say you have like a cruiser bike, you're not going to be doing stoppies, right? But at the very end of the stop, if the ABS engages just a little bit, like 1 or 2 clicks, like click just a little bit, you know you're at maximum braking. However, if you have an ABS bike and you get on the front brake and it's going click, 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 you would have been skidding for 10 feet if you did not have ABS, and that's not the right technique. If the ABS engages, it's only the last couple feet of the stop. If the rear ABS ever engages, you know the technique is wrong, and you have your own personal coach on your motorcycle. How could the rear ABS ever engage if you start off with 5% and go to 0? It shouldn't. So that's how you know. You hear that clicking, you could feel it pulsate underneath your foot, click, 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 click. You have the wrong technique. Light to lighter. Start off lightly, then taper off. No pressure by the time you stop. And if you have type of bike like my bike, this bike, sport bike, it's damn near all the front brake. Like, you don't even have to worry about the rear. It's all about the damn front. The front brake is the most important thing. And this is what I recommend doing. The whole time you're doing this, second gear. And before you come to a stop, you better be back in first. So you have to practice doing all 4 extremities all at the same time. All at the exact same time, and the priority is the front brake. You get on that front brake and just stop, stop, stop. While you're squeezing the brake with the right technique, you're also pulling in the clutch and downshifting. And then you're with your right foot, start off with a little bit of brake pressure, then you go off to 0 brake pressure. But the most important thing is the front brake, because this is why. If there's a little kid that jumps out in front of you right here, right? You think the mom is gonna care if you pulled in the clutch and downshifted, but you smack the kid? No. But what if you don't pull in the clutch and you stop in second gear, but you did not hit the kid? That's the most important thing. That's level 1, got it. However, I'm encouraging you guys to go beyond the basics, right? So first, just stop. Yeah, don't even care about the clutch. Just learn how to stop. Even if you stall it the first 10 times in a row, but you're stopping less than 20 feet, just good. Get used to that front brake. Good, good. Keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. However, now go to second gear. You pull in that clutch and make sure you downshift before you stop, because this is why. You come to a stop, holy crap, someone just blew right through a red light. But you come to a stop, you are in first gear, you check out the mirror, there's a moron behind you still on their phone, or they don't look like they're gonna stop. Dude, you gotta be able to get the hell out of the way. You gotta be in first gear. Every time you always stop ever, be in first gear prior to stopping. So always make sure you're down in first before your left foot comes off the peg. This is the most important thing to practice. And it's better to do this 5 minutes every day versus 30 minutes once a week. Repetition, repetition, over and over and over again. Just practice on that damn front brake.